today um, a curry shrimp. Now, I suffer from acid reflux, and I know that curry shrimp is probably not like a good, could be triggering for a lot of people with reflux. And to be honest, it can be, but the way that I do it, for me, I don't use a lot of the curry paste. I use a very natural curry. Oh, let me look at the camera. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my setup is being worked on. I use a more natural sort of curry, and I use very little of it and more coconut milk because sometimes, if you're used to eating so much food and then all of a sudden you have to give it up because of your reflux, there's things that you miss. So you try to find ways that you can eat it in moderation or, at least get that little sort of taste. And that's what I'm trying to do here with this shrimp curry. Um, and I first got this recipe from my sister who made it for Christmas. It was so good. And the way she made it was so good. But obviously, when she made it like regular, right? It was, as it should be. She wasn't making it for my reflux problem. So I ate it like that, but it's not something that I'm going to eat every single day. I'm going to be mindful of my problem. And so I try to come up with creative ways to eat that food, but make it not so hurtful to my, you know, to my body. Like I said, I am not a doctor. I am just telling you and sharing with you the things that work for me. And if it's helpful for you, I really suggest you bring it to your nutritionalist or your doctor who will be able to better advise you, right? So, yeah, and I'm just here tonight because this is what it looks like on July 4th. If you have, if you are making that sacrifice for something else that you want, bigger, better in your life. And that's what it looks like. It's sometimes very lonely, um, but you can make the most of things, right? I know I'm wearing a sweater because I'm I'm cold in my house. Thank God we have air conditioning. Um, but I kind of turned it off, but it's kind of, still cold. Probably when I start cooking, it's gonna get a lot warmer. But if you're wondering why is she wearing a sweater, and it's actually extremely hot here. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. I can't even see the chat, unfortunately. Let me go get my phone to see if I can see the chat. Okay, now hopefully so I'm just like getting started with this whole YouTube type thing. So I'm not really sure. I put a like a poll in the chat, but I don't see it. So I don't know if you guys see the poll, but if you see it, please respond to it. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with cleaning up the dishes because when you live in my apartment has no um, dishwasher or anything like that. So I have to do the dishes and we're going to start with that. I'm going to see if I can put on some music because I have some copyright free music and maybe that will be entertaining for us while I clean the dishes. The last time I tried to put music on, the stream got cut, but I do have the rights to it. So hopefully YouTube does not get upset by it. Okay, so hold on for that. Okay, can you guys hear it? I don't know. So I use this like a bucket to give my dishes a bath, and that helps to make cleaning it easier. If you guys have to wash dishes. like to start from a clean kitchen. And to be honest, I'm probably not going to even eat this dinner because it's very late to eating for me. But I'm gonna make it anyway but I'll taste it. Oh, I was showing this. Okay, I bought this tea kettle, and one of the things it's good to keep in mind is that, okay, this thing was maybe, I don't know, very cheap, $12 or something, but I've only had it for maybe a month, and look at it now. So now I have to replace it because the parts melted, this thing melted. It's completely destroyed. So that's what happens when when you have to have cheap things. Oh my goodness, I almost cut my finger here. Okay, while this is soaking, the first thing I'm going to show you guys what I make is this thing that is instead of having the Thai curry with rice, that's one of the ways that I try to keep it healthier. And I use this. This is buckwheat. I get it from a Russian supermarket because a Russian friend of mine, told me about it. And she said that they eat this a lot in Russia. And she gave me the supermarket that I should buy it from. And so I buy it from there. They also sell it at sort of the regular supermarkets. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me better. So she gets it. She told me about this thing which you can buy in a regular supermarket. It's just that buying it at the Russian market is like 5 times cheaper. So if you're on a budget like me, I would recommend going to one of the sort of ethnic markets in your neighborhood or in your town, and or if you have a Russian market in your town, go check it out. This is really good and it's healthy. And instead of having my curry with rice, I'm gonna have my curry with this. So hopefully you guys can see this. I have it upside down, unfortunately, because I opened it upside down. But look at this whole bag is $5.99, and we're gonna make this tonight for with the curry. Okay. going to try to open this bag properly. I should probably invest in like a little container for this because this bag is not secure. But in the meantime, I'm going to store it in a Ziploc. Okay, so I don't have measuring cups, but I have this thing which is like, it doesn't, you don't need measuring cups. Just you need something to measure how much you use so that you can put the same amount or double it of water. So I'm going to use this as my measuring cup. And she told me that the version you get at the Russian store, you have to wash it. I'm not sure why, but I just listen to what she says because she says sometimes it can have like, like I guess like rice, you have to wash it. So this is more than enough for me. If you can see that, I just use this is a muffin cup, and I just use that. So I'm gonna wash it in my pot. Here are my peppers. I'm gonna cook with that. Green onions, using green onions instead of regular onions, and mostly the top. And then I have some cilantro. My vegetables look wilted, but they're fine. They're okay. Okay. So I'm gonna wash this first. I'm gonna wash the barley or the buckwheat first, and then we're gonna cook it. Okay. So just put any amount of water. Hopefully you guys can see this, and use a strainer and just kind of wash it out. Just like rice, you should wash rice. I don't know if you guys cook rice, but rice should be washed. So this is how I'm washing it. I just use a strainer, put some water in it, turn it around. Okay. So it's washed, and now I'm going to use this as because this was the full cup. I used the whole cup of this for the buckwheat, so I'm going to use 2 of this for the water. I do a 2-to-1 measurement. So okay, and that's that. on very low, oh gosh, very low heat. I'm going to add a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt. Don't put a lot of salt, like that's good enough. And I just stir it a little bit, and then I'm going to put that on very, very low. I want it to cook slowly. And we're going to put a top on it so it can cook with the top. Okay, so in the meantime, that is cooking the barley. And now I'm going to do the curry piece. I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit. Ugh. When you have a tight kitchen, you got to be creative. This I got at IKEA. Do I recommend it? Not really, but it does the job. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you need a chopping board. And I really bought it because I was going to do content, so and because also my kitchen was small, right? Because I don't have much countertop. So I could use this on the stove as an extra countertop. But then I had this in my storage, so I just brought it with me. And now I have this extra countertop. But you can see that I have a very small kitchen, but it works. Okay, now I got 3 peppers. Red. Eventually we're going to get a really good cooking setup, but right now we're just going to make do with what we have, which is what you should do in life. You got to make do with what you have, take yourself to the next level, and then once you get to the next level, reinvest back into yourself. Okay, so right now we're at this level. I would ideally like to have multiple cameras with different angles. And also, it's not even like buying the equipment. Every time you buy equipment or introduce an equipment into your setup, it's a learning curve for everything, and they all have to work together. So it takes time to get it right. And I think that's in life, everything. If you just try to keep things simple, instead of, simple, master it, master the simplicity, then you can move on to what's next. Okay, so I'm gonna wash these because I got them at the supermarket. Before I do that, I want to empty out the water because I need the space. So I feel like these have soaked a lot enough. And if you let the dishes soak, that's why I got this sort of bath for the dishes. It makes it a lot easier to wash it, and it cuts out the grease, and it's really helpful, especially if you don't have a dishwasher like me. can hear some of the fireworks going. There are people out there enjoying themselves. Thank God. Happy birthday, America. Okay. I'm going to put this away and then I'll have more space for the cooking. All right. It's important to wash your sink. And what's nice, this is a big wide sink, so that's very helpful. Okay. Now we have given ourselves a lot more space. Oh, I forgot this one. It's fine. I'm gonna make myself a tea in my broken kettle while I'm cooking. And then I'll show you how I have to handle this kettle. It's so crazy. I was just checking where the piece was because I'm like, I don't want this piece to be, the broken piece where it was, that it wasn't sitting in the stove somewhere. Okay, so I'll wash these. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of this stuff. It's way too much for one person. Hopefully, I'll move this out a little bit so you guys can see. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better, right? Okay. I'm literally going to use a quarter of each one. I think that should be more than enough. Maybe. So you take out the insides, the seeds. I have a garbage on the floor. I'm not just throwing it on the floor, guys. uh, I'm washing away the seeds. I don't want any seeds. And I'm going to put everything in a bowl as I cut it up. And I want to slice it like this. Thin slices are good. Because I'm doing a shrimp curry, I do not need, the shrimp is easy to cook. If I was doing a chicken curry, I would probably have to marinate the chicken a little bit just so it would have flavor. But I don't need to do that with shrimp because shrimp, I mean, maybe you can do it. I specifically don't do it. So I'm cutting these thinly. And this is more than enough for me, and the rest I'm gonna put away. I think another way to do this is to cut this up and freeze it, just because as a single person, solo person, you're gonna have to eat peppers every single day so that these don't go bad. But I'm not gonna freeze it today because I probably will eat something with peppers tomorrow. So I still want them not frozen, but then I'll probably chop them up and freeze them. I don't know. Can we freeze peppers? Is that a good idea? If you know, leave a comment. Um, if you have a suggestion. So my water is boiling for my tea, but that's because I just want tea. And then I'm going to check on the barley to see how that goes. You're checking, okay, what are you checking for? You're checking that it's cooking, that the water hasn't dried out, because if the water dries out and it hasn't cooked, you need to add more water. It's simple as that. I'm checking the chat. And then my cilantro, which I had already washed, it looks very bad, but it's fine. It's wilted, that's what it is. But it's fine. Not, yeah, cilantro. Just gonna put it all there. And then I'm gonna have green onions. I only have big bags. I thought I had some small bags, but evidently I don't. Okay, so I think my water is ready. I'm gonna turn this off. That I'm just doing it because I'm gonna make some tea for myself. Wash out the green onions. And here I have the shrimp they in water, they were defrosting. They're frozen shrimp. If you can get fresh shrimp, that's great, but I just used frozen shrimp this time. I'm putting a little bit more than the tops. I mean, and I'm gonna leave these on the side because I am going to saute them first. Okay, right back. Oh, here's my tea. I was looking for that. I drink a lot of tea. I drink this chai rooibos tea, which is so good. It's decaffeinated, um, and I don't put any sugar. It has enough flavor, and I recommend it. It says herbal supplement. I don't know what that means. Sounds like. So because this teapot is busted, I have to be creative in how I'm going to pour it. I obviously should replace it. It's very dangerous. Oh my God. I need to let it cool down a little bit so it's not too hot. Okay. Oh, that feels good. It's so good on the belly. I love warm water. Okay, so the water has evaporated. That's why I like to cook it on very low. And now I'm gonna taste it because it should be soft. Yeah, perfect. It's ready. I'm gonna turn the fire down even slower because there's a little bit of water in there. Still some water. Um, and I want all the water to go away. So it's sitting there for on very low. Now I need a pan to make the curry in. I don't want to make a lot of curry. So if I use a big pan, I feel like I'm going to make more curry than I need. But this pan is a little bit shallow and it's going to make a mess because you need sort of like a deeper pan, for curry. So I'm going to pull out the big guy. So this pan is gonna work. I mean, it's a little bit big because I'm not gonna make that much curry, but it's a lot deeper. So when you put the liquid and it's boiling over, it's not gonna splash and make such a big mess. Now, this is the secret to the curry. This brand And this brand is a good brand. I think I get it at Whole Foods. But what's good about this one, it's vegan. So if you don't eat meat, this is vegan. It doesn't have any fish product or anything. Typically, curries have fish paste in it. This one doesn't. This is gluten free. This is no MSG added, non-GMO, and it's all natural. So it's a really good paste. If you care about stuff like that, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this. And the ingredients you should read, it has chili pepper, which obviously is not great for reflux, but we're eating it tonight. Garlic, which I also don't eat and is not great for reflux. Shallot, salt, lemongrass, some sugar, kaffir lime, galangi spices. I'm not even sure what that is, but that's what we're going to have. But okay, so some of these ingredients are triggering for reflux sufferers, yes. But I'm not going to use this whole thing, and I'm going to use extra coconut milk to make it less spicy. But this is going to give a lot of, like a little flavor. And then the coconut milk, is going to do the rest of the job. So here is the coconut milk that I'm going to use. And I got herb de Provence and herb d'Italie. Herbs of Italy. I don't know if I'm going to use this in curry because I don't feel like this is curry food, but we'll see. I don't think it's curry flavor, you know? So let's open the paste. The paste makes all the difference. The barley has sort of a nutty flavor, and according to the directions, if you want it to be sort of more nuttier, you should cook it on, like fry it first before you boil it. So the barley is perfect. And I'm telling you guys, you cannot go wrong with you doing how I cooked it. Put it on very low heat. It cooks slowly, and measure whatever you use. It's always 2 to 1. So for 1 of the barley, 2 water to whatever your 1 was. And you don't have to go get specifically like measuring cup. You can just use whatever you have as your measuring stick. So this is done. And now we're going to do the curry. I put some oil. And I also have this version of the curry. It's a yellow version. So you don't have to do this one. I think they have 3 different. Oh! Oh! Ooh! I'm not kidding, guys. It landed perfectly. It didn't even spill. It landed like this. Oh, wow. That was lucky. Wow. It literally landed right side up. Okay. That was meant to be. You don't have to buy this one. There's milder versions. I just tried all three of them because I wanted to, but this is probably less chili, so you don't have to use this version of it. There's three versions of it. And we're not going to use the whole thing tonight, right? We're just going to use some of it, and then we're going to save it, maybe freeze it so that it can stay longer. I'll put it in some Tupperware and freeze it. So my oil is getting hot, and I'm going to put in this green onions first. Okay, it's not that hot, but I'm just going to finish this because I'm not going to save this. And then I always wash the top of the can. I recommend that. It looks clean, but it's just safer to clean it. So this is the coconut milk. And coconut milk this is unsweetened coconut milk. Um, it's obviously non-dairy. And what is good about this one? It is organic coconut water and something called organic guar gum. I'm not sure what that is. But you can do a lot with this. There's even a recipe here for braised greens, so you can cook this with collard greens. Um, that's interesting. There's lots of uses for coconut milk. It's very good for cooking. Mm. I'm gonna use. See, that's the thing I don't like about this pan. It's so big. And you have to use a lot so that things are evenly distributed. Because I feel like for my thing, it's like leaning to one side, but whatever. I'm gonna put the cilantro in. Okay, so you would typically use the whole thing of this, but we're not gonna use it. We're gonna use a tape, I guess this much, right? This is the flavor. It smells very good. Ooh, this is thick. Oh, okay, the coconut milk has like, I guess you're supposed to stir it because it separates. And of course, I'm not going to use all the coconut milk because that would be too much. But I want the ratio between coconut milk and the curry to be enormous. Maybe I will use all of it. It doesn't matter. You can use all, in fact, I will use all of it because then I don't have to eat all the sauce, but I just want the ratio to chili paste and coconut oil to be noticeable. And it is. It's a lot noticeable. So if you can see, I only used very little of this, right? Because this is definitely not reflux friendly. And then I used all the coconut milk. And like I said, there's different versions of this curry, but this is the brand you should get, Masery. This is the best brand. And let me guys know if you want the recipe. Is that something you guys would be interested in my recipes? Leave a comment in the comment section if you would be interested in my recipes. Curry is like the easiest thing to make. It's basically ready. Now I'm going to put the vegetables, and you can put the vegetables in the beginning or the end. It's really up to you. You can use a host of vegetables. I just use green peppers, but I guess if you want it, you could put mushrooms, you could put, kale and other things. I have a whole medley of vegetables, cauliflower, but I just feel like that's not so authentic to Thai. But again, we're not doing authentic Thai because we are not eating this with rice. You're supposed to typically eat it with rice. We're not eating it with rice. My tea. I don't know why I have butter out here. I'm thinking, should I put some of this here? Or just use salt? I'm going to keep it vegan. I'm not going to use that. That is a chicken thing. And I'm just going to use some salt for flavor. And then I'm going to use some of my herbs. I will use the herbs of Italy. Whoa, is this falling? Yes. Oh. Come on, stay up. You're supposed to be sturdy. I don't know if Italian herbs goes with Thai curry. But we're going to try it tonight. I feel like to give it a little bit more, a bigger taste profile because it's very simple right now. I hope you guys can see this. Look at it. to add the shrimp. Now, with the shrimp, you can decide for yourself. Do you want to keep the tail on or take it off? I keep it off because I like when the juices go in there and I can suck up the juices. I love shrimp. That's how I like to eat it. So I am keeping the tail on, but you can decide how you want to do it. This is already deveined, so it's clean, but I'm opening it up because I want it to sort of like just look pretty in the dish. So now we've kind of split it in half. You've seen it in the Asian restaurants. They kind of do it like this. The thing about cooking at home is you know exactly how clean or dirty your kitchen is. But the thing about cooking at home is you have to do all the work. The thing about eating at home is you're already home. When you're tired, you can just go to sleep. You don't have to worry about dry. Oh my God, I almost cut myself. The thing about cooking at home is you can cut yourself accidentally. So it can be dangerous. Be careful out there, guys. And you don't have to do this step. I just taught to do it. You can have it, just put it as it is. My curry is ready. So I'm going to add the shrimp. And the shrimp doesn't need any time to cook. This shrimp is already cooked anyway. It wasn't raw. I bought it. It comes cooked. So it's just about getting the flavor into it. That's why I opened it up. I'm letting my curry dry down, and you don't have to do this. You can have it less dried down. The more it dries down, the more intense the flavor is. So you might want to consider that. But I want it to be a little bit dried down. Ooh. Wow, that's really good. Let me know if you guys want this recipe. Wow. Oh my God. If I ate this now, I'll have to stay up very late because it's not that good for the reflux. You know, but sometimes you just, you want to indulge. And this is one of my indulgences. So this thing is ready. I don't need to cook it anymore. I don't want the shrimp to be overcooked. And I'm going to use a bowl. And let's plate it. How easy was this meal? Do you think you could do this at home easy enough? So this is the barley. I really love this thing. I'm just gonna use all of it. I mean, I'm not eating this food so late at night, but I'm gonna taste it. And then tomorrow, the thing about curry, it's better the next day because all the, I don't know, soaks in. It's like a pasta sauce. If you eat it the next day, it just is well marinated, so it's even better the next day. So we're gonna eat this probably tomorrow as opposed to tonight. And here's the sauce. Look at this, guys. Isn't this yummy? Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And we're gonna taste it for the for you guys. Let's see. Let me know if you want this recipe. Um, mmm. Oh, this is so good. Mm. This is stunning. This is stunning. I love the flavor profiles with the barley, the curry, the peppers. Mm. Mm. My only recommendation is I would salt the shrimp or season the shrimp because but maybe tomorrow because it sits in that sauce, it will absorb some of the sauce. But other than that, this is really good. This is so good. I said I wasn't gonna eat this. I'm basically eating it. Oh my god, it's so good. I thought I was gonna eat it tomorrow. I'm gonna be up all night because you can't go to bed after eating this. But that's okay. I have a lot of work to do anyway. Um, that's it for this live. I want to say thank you guys for watching. People in the replay crew, please let me know if you want this recipe. What do you think? If you have any questions, put that in the comment section, and we will see you again soon. I am trying to create a schedule for my lives. Right now, I've been going live every day, but mostly because I'm trying to figure out like and work out all the challenges of the equipment and I don't know if I even did this right. Hopefully it's live, but I so appreciate it. I'm growing this channel brick by brick, and I'm glad you guys are on the journey with me. Okay, have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.